G'day folks, this is Sim and welcome back to Darkest Dungeons. We have emerged out of the Weald and it's time to deal with the effects of our last foray. So the first thing that we're going to do, we have some characters who've been healed up. We have some which are starting to carry some stress. We still have Marille here with rabies, which hasn't affected her too badly. And in fact, if we actually have a look at the rabies, it reduces her to hit chance, but it actually increases her damage, which is probably not that bad overall. Yeah, she's got some fairly decent buffs and a couple of average other bits and pieces, so we'll see how she goes. So what we're going to do firstly is deal with the stressed out characters. So we'll start off here in the tavern and let's see what our options are. Corbiere doesn't drink, only gambles. Griffin, he's a bit of a lover, not a fighter. Gand will drink, and Gand doesn't have extremely high stress, so I think we're going to put Gand in here straight away. There's $1,000. And let's have a look at our friend Pont here. Pont is happy in all of these places, so I think what we will do is we will definitely go with Corbiere gambling and hope that he doesn't cost us too much money, and we'll enable both of those. We'll have a look at our cheap options in the Abbey. Alright, the transept is taken, so what have we got? Griffin? Nah, definitely not. And Pont, okay, so she can go the cheap option here, and I think that's what we will do. Bit of meditation won't go astray. Alright, which means that we're going to be left back here in the tavern, and it looks like our friend Griffin is going to be sampling the pleasures of the flesh. And I'm not spending any money here at this point to upgrade any further because I'm saving my cash for something else. Alright, so let's just double check that we did lock her in. Yes, we did. Good. Okay, so that now leaves us. Let's just move her down here. Oh, not her, wrong one. You go back up there. Let's move her down here so that we can see who is currently indisposed and focus on what we've got left. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 possibilities for our next mission, and I definitely want to buff them up a little bit. So now that I know a little bit more about how all of this works, if we have a look at the blacksmith, alright, now I don't have a lot of options here. The upgrades definitely need to be unlocked, and at the moment we can afford to upgrade either weapon or armor, and that's very, very tempting. The other options that we have are to upgrade our skills. And well, that's not so much an upgrade as in a straight out purchase, and this is where I mucked up before. If we have a look at our friend Marille here, she's a good choice. Alright, all of these are locked. These ones also appeared to be locked, but in fact they can be purchased just by spending the money. I thought they had to be unlocked before that they were purchased, but that's not the case. I would much prefer that they would just grayed out without the lock symbol, because that's what threw me off, but then again maybe I'm just an idiot. So the issue we have with Marille is that The Mace Bash is quite good in the front rank, but pretty much everything else that she uses, or that I want her to use, predominantly the healing, is the back 2 ranks. So what I'm thinking we're going to go with here is we're actually going to first things first, grab the party heal, because that generic heal for everybody I think is going to come in handy. And that's 900 gold. Alright, and I can only have 4 combat skills, so I'm going to have to make some adjustments. So, now I could grab either the Dazzling Light or the Judgment, and that also has healing abilities, but I need to stop and think. Those two I definitely want. That one I'm going to turn off. Illumination here is a ranged attack that I can use from the 3rd rank, as opposed to these, which can all be used from the last 2 ranks in the very least. And it reduces dodge, it lightens things up. It doesn't do as much damage. The Hand of Light, on the other hand, is particularly effective against unholy creatures, but it also has a minimizer when it comes to its damage. But it does also cause a debuff on the enemy. But it's a front rank skill, and we're not going to be in the front ranks. So I'm thinking that I can get away with either the stun or the self-heal, which can be used from the back rank. I think the stun and the extra light is probably going to be more useful to us, so I'm going to purchase that, and then we're going to close out of here and have a look at her, and we are going to now disable the Mace Bash and disable the, which one was it? The Dazzling Light? No, not the Dazzling Light. Which was the other one that we used from the front rank? Hand of Light, that one there. And instead we're going to include the party heal and the Dazzling Light, which now means in rank 3 she's going to be quite strong, and she is going to be a true healer at this particular point in time, and hopefully that will work in our favour. Alright, now that we've done that, let's have a look at the others that I think I'm going to be taking with me. Reynold, oh hang on, back into the guild. Reynold at the moment is currently a front rank smiter with a heavy attack, a attack that does damage to multiple targets, a stun attack, and a Bulwark. Now the Bulwark of Faith again gives me light, which reduces my requirement for torches. It gives a protection bonus to himself, and it marks him so that he is a more likely target. But he has very high hit points, so that might actually work in our favour. If we were going to make any changes, we've got a battle heal and we've got a Holy Lance. Now the Holy Lance is back rank. It does move him forward, which would get him back into position, but I'm not sure whether I want to go there. And then we've got the Inspiring Cry, which is a small heal. I think I'm going to go with the Bulwark of Faith, and we'll get to why we're going to do that in just a minute. So we're not going to change his skills at all. Dismas here. Now she's going to be in rank 3, he's going to be in rank 1, and I hope I don't bore you too much by talking through the strategy. Now Dismas currently works well from the back 3 ranks with the pistol shot and the grape shot blast. Now that one there, he's got to be in the middle 2. His tracking shot, which buffs him, can be used from any position, and his open vein can be used from the front 3. So he's looking very set to be position 2. And then we have a look here, we've got some options. Alright, I like the bleed because it's a high damage bleed, 2 points for 3 rounds. The advance moves him forward, and I believe the point blank shot moves him back. And I'm going to have to experiment with those, but probably not with Dismas, which means the only other option I've got here is the pistol shot, which can be used from the position he's in on the back ranks. Now, it's pretty accurate, doesn't take too much of a damage hit, does have a good boost to the crit, and also gives him a plus against marked targets. Now, the thing is that we don't have a lot of options that actually mark a target, so I think we're actually going to stay, or do we? Maybe we should go for the Wicked Slice. That gives him an attack on the front ranks. He can hit every rank. Such a hard choice. Do I want to go for the stab with straight up damage hit? Or do I want to go with the pistol shot, which has potential to do very well? But it all comes down to the marking. Alright, let's have a closer look again. Bring up Reynold again quickly. The Bulwark of Faith marks himself, not much good. Nothing else marks. Marille, nothing marks. Finally, we have Mantel and Fee Camp. Now, I think I'm going to probably go with Fee Camp here. He works well in the back rank, which is the last slot we need. That one, that one, that one, and the Emboldening Vapors will all work from that rank. Now, again, none of these mark. So I really do think, based upon that, that what we will do with our friend Dismas here is we are actually going to spend some money and we're going to switch this attack here. So what we will have to do, of course, is bring Guild back up and bring Dismas back in and spend another 900 gold. Now it's getting expensive. Can I bring his character sheet up? Yes, I can. So I should be able to disable that and enable that. Alright. And fingers crossed that's going to work in our favour. Alright, so now the last person to look at is our friend Fee Camp here. And he has something that I really, really want. The Battlefield Medicine. It's only a 1-point heal, but it cures blight and bleed, and it will also cure any blight and bleed on himself as well. The Emboldening Vapors is a buff, but I think I would rather have the ability to get rid of some of those blights and bleeds, because when they've stacked up they can be quite nasty. Otherwise, he's got 2 blight attacks, which work both front and back rows. He's got the Blinding Gas, which is a stun attack, but only on the back rows, but handy early if we want to shut down ranged critters. So I think we will, in fact, take our chances one more time, go with our friend Fee Camp, and we will purchase the Battlefield Medicine. Disable the Vapors and enable that one. Okay, so now we have 7,000 left. We need to leave ourselves enough money to provision as well. So now we'll go into the blacksmith. And with Reynold's ability here to tank up and basically mark himself as a target, what I'm hoping I can do is spend some of these on armor smithing and get the upgrade.
In the end, every plan relies upon a strong arm and tempered steel.
The next upgrade is going to be very expensive, but what I'm then going to do is drag our friend here and spend 750. He currently has a dodge base of 5 and 33 hit points. That increases his dodge base to 10 and gives him 7 more hit points, which means that hopefully he will be able to tank, or he will fall in a bleeding mess on the floor and die. But anyway, and now that we've done that, let's have a look at our other guys. Dismas. I like Dismas. I'm going to give him an armor boost too. Oh, okay. Here, what does he get? Oh, the diffs. Okay, so the boosts vary depending upon the class. He gets an increase to his dodge chance as well as a slight buff to his hit points. Alright, yep, I can go with that. Marille, our healer, who has got rabies and a bit of stress. I'm going to spend any money on her this time around. Fee Camp, what do you get? You get an increase in your dodge and a few more hit points. Decisions. What is the final? Oh, that reduces the cost. Maybe I should have done that first. That would have been a good idea. Mind you, considering the costs of these things, I think I'll settle. This is not exactly expensive. It'll make more of a difference as the price goes up. Let's just see what happens when we provision first, because now if we go and have a look, is there anything else that I need to do? Abby's taken care of. Guild, blacksmith, this is still locked. Memoirs don't matter. Sanitarium, we're not treating anything right now. Tavern, the stagecoach. Recruiting new heroes. Now at the moment my roster is full, so I would have to spend to either increase the size of the roster or increase the stagecoach network side. At the moment we've got another plague doctor and another grave robber. And I have those classes. 2 of these. 1 of these. I don't have the Hellion. Let's have a look at her. Alright, so she takes additional stress. No, she takes less stress damage if it's bright, which is fine because I don't mind it being bright. But she takes more stress from beasts and she's less accurate against beasts. And she steals things. I don't want anybody stealing my stuff, so I want to avoid those sorts of negative quirks for as long as I possibly can. And her preferred position is front rank, 26 hit points, replacing Reynold. That would be handy because I don't really have a front rank tank other than him, but I think we can possibly hold out, so we won't worry too much about the stagecoach at the moment. What we will do is have a look in our trinkets chest. Okay, and we've got a ring that gives a beast damage. Now this one here, I noticed this before. Fee Camp here is a blight specialist, and this gives a plus 20% to the blight skill chance. Do I just drop it onto him? No. How do I... like this. Okay, so we definitely want him to have the blight stone. Now that one there gives an increase to dodge, but it reduces their ability to resist movement. Could be tempting to have that on Dismas. In fact, I think we'll give that a shot. We're going to give him the boots and hope that he doesn't get pushed around too much. Bumps his dodge up to 19 now. The Beast Slayer ring, that almost seems like it would... Whoops, no, that wasn't what I intended. What is Corbière? I don't know. For some reason, I feel that that belongs to him. So we're going to go with that. He's back rank most of the time anyway. All right. Okay. Let us do our final scan. And the last thing that we will do is provision. So we need to put our guys in position first. Reynold, front rank. Dismas, second rank. Marille, third. And Ficamp in position 4. Now, we've got that one we've completed. This one we've completed. As far as I'm aware, we've completed it anyway. We have the Warrens over here, or we have the Cove over here. I'm pretty sure one of these guys got a bonus in the Cove. Was it Dismas? He's a Cove Explorer, so he gets increased scouting in the Cove. Reynold, on the other hand, no bonuses anywhere there. No bonuses there. Ficamp, he hates Eldritch. Now, I think I remember reading that Eldritch are in the Cove. Yes, we're going to the Cove. Alright, so let's close that back down and let's see, what do we get? We get gold, we get some crests, and we get bloody dice, which are only for Jester. And it's a room battle clearance. So let us provision. And now it gets expensive. So first things first, I'm definitely again going with 8 food. Hope that will be enough for a short mission. I definitely want a skeleton key. I want 2 bandages. I've got 1 holy water, so I'm going to buy 1 of those and 1 anti-venom. I definitely want torches. We've already come to the conclusion that having more torches is good. So we'll take a chance with 9. And at least 2 shovels based upon what's happened in the past. Now we're getting low on cash here. And I'm hoping that I have enough to cover all possibilities. I don't have any medicinal herbs. I probably should take a couple of those as well. They're not cheap, but so be it. Alright, let me just check the time. Yes, I do believe we are going to dive in. We may not finish this dungeon this time around, but we'll at least get to see how things go. And let's just hope we've got these guys balanced well, because we're definitely low on cash now if we've stuffed this up. Embark. Fishfolk's scaled skin affords them increased resistance to bleeding attacks. So bleed is not our friend. That means we're looking for more blight, which definitely means Ficamp will be strong, and our friend Dismas may actually suffer here a little bit. We'll have to try and focus on...
These salt-soaked caverns are teeming with pelagic nightmares. They must be flushed out.
Ah, we've got to flush the ocean. That could take a little time. Oh, wow! Did that... That was a heck of a scout. We got the 2 there. Alright, that's good. Alrighty then. Decisions. Well, we don't really have many choices. We've got our full light. Let's not waste any more time. And who has got our best trap skill, just quickly? 20, 50, 20, and 30. Dismas will be doing the trappery. Alright, here we go. Nobody's going to dive in. Fair enough. Stashed heirlooms. Okay, now I probably need to be making sure that I'm using the right things on these, so I may have to check. I still haven't learned all of the bits and pieces. That's got to be a trap. Oh yes, we got the disarm and a little bit of a buff. Jolly good. Okay, so we've cleared the first room. Alright, and from the looks of things we only have a curio after this battle. Now we want to make sure that our light is high enough that we have a chance of getting surprise, and let's go and face it. And oh dear, and straight away we're knocked out of position. Alright, and Dismas is first. The only option he has is the tracking shot, or we can move him forward 2 and put him back in his position. Now, these are the ones, this is worth noting. This shows who's got actions left. We don't know what the... Okay, that guy's speed 0. Wow, they must get an attack in really fast. These are cultists, so they will bleed. They cause bleed as well. Do we buff him now and take our chances? And do some damage as well? Who's got the least amount of hit points? 25, 15, 13, 14. Let's go for an early buff. Tracking shot on this guy here. He's the only one that's actually had a move. That seems odd, because this guy had a speed of 0. Oh, no, he's slow. The lower the speed, the worse they are. So I actually really would prefer to weaken this guy who's still got a move coming up. Oh, okay, so she's the acolyte. She's the one that pushes and pulls things around and stresses people out. No, I don't like you. Okay, now, Ficamp. What are we going to do? Blinding gas, which will stun. Or the plague grenade, which will cause blight. Or the noxious gas. I think we're going to blight, because this guy looks tough. So blighting this guy early on may work to our advantage. Yes, we got him. Spearfishing. Ouchie. And here comes the bleed. No, he resisted. No, he didn't. Okay, now Marille, you are... Okay, right now we're going to go straight away with the buff, and we're going to go on this guy here because he makes me nervous.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Okay, good stuff. Alright, now things get interesting. I am going to... What's the light like? I'm not going to buff the light yet. We're going to see if we can put this guy down before he gets an attack. So we're going to go straight in with the stun. And hope. Yes. Oh, no, no, don't yank him around. I don't want him in the front rank. That kind of hurts. Alright, time to move you forward, which is actually going to push you back. I'm not sure I want to do this. No, I'm not. I am going to go with another tracking shot and push his buffs up and do more damage to this one. And now he's stunned. I think he's going to be taking 8 more damage, and he's currently got 15. Okay, I think we can probably weaken both of these guys. Good stuff. And last but not least, you can't do anything here. You seriously need to move back. Dodged, yes. And you. Everybody's taken a little bit of damage, so we're just going to go straight up with the party heal. And now we are going to move you forwards. Get these guys back further. Don't stress him out. And now he can then follow up with the blinding gas. Now this guy's causing a lot of damage, so I would very much like to stun both of these guys. Or at least him. Thank you. Oh, stop it. You're not bleeding that much. Okay, now the Zealous Accusation. Damage to both versus the straight up smash. Or the stunning blow. He's got a resistance to it. No, I think we're going to go. They're both low. We're going to go with the Zealous Accusation. It wasn't enough, but he may bleed to death. Yes, he may very much bleed to death. Who is not resistant to stun? You. Come on, fail. Yes. You missed. Haha. And you're dead. Now it gets interesting. Grape shot them all.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Ouch! That tickles. Anybody taken a fair chunk? You've taken 6. You've taken 5. We will go with the Divine Grace. And you will go with Plague Grenade will only hit 1. Noxious Blast. I can pick on you and Blight. Or there's no point for Battlefield Medicine. Yep, let's go with the Blight on this one. And you can hopefully... Oh, you can't actually hit anybody in that back rank at all. Decision time. Let's just soften this whole lot up. Hopefully kill this one straight up. Yes. And now we go with the straight up bleed. That's it. Suffer. No, don't do that. That's not very nice. You Heal. And no mercy.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Oh, okay. Oh, we got another Blightstone. Okay, do these stack? Can we give this to our good friend here? No, you can't have two of the same trinket. I don't think anybody else has a Blight option. That's okay. Alright, so we didn't do too badly. We didn't get a lot of stress. We didn't take a lot of damage. We will move on. And let's hope we get a scout. Oh, hang on, this room. Battle with a curio. I didn't know the curios fought back. Okay, what have we got here? We have... You're gonna do it, aren't you, rotten little beggar? He stole whatever was in there. We are gonna have to get that particular... Yeah, Owen is God-fearing as locked in. We'll only pray for stress relief. We can live with that being locked in. But that kleptomaniac, that annoys me. We will get that treated. Or we will treat with you. Alright, so that was a waste. Okay, so here comes our next battle. And we don't have any options other than to light the place up. And dive in. Oh, good gravy. But they are surprised. Okay, now what is that? A deep stinger. Pelagic Guardian. Shaman. Alright. I think we're going to go again with the stun attack on the back ranks. And then the all-encompassing damage. Or do we take advantage to increase? We're going to go with the tracking shot. Now, you've got a ton of hit points. You don't have many at all. I think I would very much like to kill you early if I can. Take your buff. Now, at this point, we're in the wrong rank for illumination. We should be moving you forwards. We could be healing. Or we could just do a generic party heal. I think we'll do that. We'll take advantage to get some hit points back while we can. And now you need to either... Well, he's already stunned. We would... Let's go with the marked target and let's buff this guy up. Okay, so now he is... Not sure what he did, but these guys are buffing something chronic. Ooh! Now what happened to their surprise? I would have thought they were stunned that they wouldn't be able to react. This is a little odd. Oh, and he's guarded by... That guy there is stopping damage on this guy. Alright. We can cause a bleed. Or more damage across. I think we'll go with the bleed because at the moment he's got the buff. So let's see if we can bleed this guy out. Oh, he resisted. Damn it. Dazzling light. Stun him.
The light, the promise of safety.
Okay, the guard is gone. In which case, blinding gas or an extremely strong blight. We're going to go with the strong blight. Ow!
For the slightest lapse in concentration.
That hurt a lot. Do we stun this guy again? Or do we hit both of them? I think we'll go with a double hit. Oh, and we missed one of them. This is going to hurt. Yep. Oh, and stunned. You... No. Don't get stressed. Don't get stressed. You just keep... No, stop it. Stop it. Oh. Decisions. Do we push with the bleed on the two front ranked guys? Or do we do damage across the board and possibly take this guy out? Grape shot. Oh, he should hopefully die. You need to heal yourself now. You need to take this thing at the back out, which is your most accurate attack. 85 with reduced damage, but it does it to 2, or stunning blow, which has a chance to stun as well. I may regret this.
Press disadvantage.
No, I didn't.
No quarter.
Oh, Dismas is bleeding. 2 damage for 2 rounds. Alright. Dismas. We need to do a lot of damage to this guy. He needs to be bleeding. He's resisted the bleed. Oh, she is getting seriously stressed. Heal yourself. And lots of damage is more important than anything now. In fact, at least one of these is going to bleed out, so let's go with our Noxious Blast on this one. Ow!
Great is the weapon.
Excellent.
On its own.
Oh, even better.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Yes, that may be how a life is taken, but we certainly didn't manage to lose any of ours. Thank goodness for that. Okay, now this thing here, I'm not sure exactly what this does. It's a ship's figurehead. Oh, he got a buff. 20% damage and 4 speed until camp, and we don't camp on this mission. However, we do take a break because time has passed, so we will have to come back in the next episode to finish this. Thank you everybody for joining me. I look forward to seeing you all again in the next episode, and until then, take care of each other, and ciao for now.